Testing 1 2. Is that coming through now? Yep, good. Okay, cool. Yep, again, loads of issues loading up stuff. I don't know why. Mental. Okay, so I'll say it all again. So first of all, we were showing the game GDLX yesterday, and it came very clear from watching people playing that not only did we learn a lot about like basic readability things and how the game plays. People really enjoyed what they saw and really what they got their hands on. But we need, I think, to add tutorialization to the game. And this was something I've flirted with in the past, but I think for definite we need to add it into the game. And so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to start work on our tutorial sections of the game, explain how we're going to make it work, and also like how do we actually encourage the player to actually participate in the tutorial. So that's what we're doing tonight. So sorry for the late start in the live stream. There was technical issues and all sorts getting Streamlabs to open up. Don't know why. As you saw, microphone didn't work or anything like that, but we're okay now. So I'm just waiting for the project to finish opening up. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Should be opening up any second now. How's everyone else doing? Everyone doing okay? Also, if you haven't done it yet, please wishlist the game. Head over to Steam. Wishlist link is in the description below. While we're waiting for it to load up, I'm going to do something quite cool. Alright, I'm just going to wait for the project to open up. In the meantime, let's do guess the game. I can't really tell anything from that. I'm going to guess Halo. Halo 2, sure. Nope. Metacritic still off 85%. It's a 3D game, obviously. But those white tiles mean what? Portal, maybe? Don't seem right. Do Portal 2. Nope. The hell? Switch and PC. Switch and PC? I ain't got a clue what this could be. Skip. Still no clue. Is it? I don't think I've ever played this game. Do not recognise this game whatsoever. Sunset Visitor. Never heard of it in my life. Let's go back and pick a different one. Let's go to yesterday's game. Bloodshot. I'm trying to recognise that bit of UI on the screen there. It's, hard to make out. Let's go for Call of Duty 3. No. So if you've never seen this website before, it's guessthegame.com. Guessthegame. If you put in like similar the right franchise or whatever, it'll tell you. So if you just guess something, charge up. And you got like leafy greens. Let's go for Crisis 3. No. Original platform PS5. Ain't got a clue. Uncharted. 4. No. Third person action game. Oh, is this I recognise some of this. Hack and slash, third person. PS5 only though. That's a trick. Not near, is it? No. I don't recognise that game whatsoever. It's like, is it Demon Souls? No, it was a little more sci-fi, didn't it? Shift Up Corp, never heard of it. Alright. Oh, that's the name of the company. I don't recognise this game whatsoever. Stellar Blade, is that what it's called? Nice, thank you. Well done, Claudius. Nice, okay. Let's go do one more. I think the project's open up now. Let's do one more though. Well, that's fucking useless. It looks kind of oldish by the blurry texture, but I don't know how zoomed in the screenshot is. Let's go for Metal Gear Solid 3. Nope. Okay, definitely older. Quake. Could be a Quake. Let's go Quake 3 Arena. No. Platform DOS. Oh god. I didn't play any DOS games. No, not Myst. Myst looks different from that. I'm not gonna get this, am I? Any clues for this one? Any ideas for this one? I don't recognise it. I guess it's one of those dungeon crawler things, but I ain't got a clue. Action FPS does. I mean, only try. No, it's definitely a shooting game. I guess that's a gun. Heretic. Nope. Hell is this? You're a dog. What the hell? No, skip. I ain't got a clue. Rise of the Triad Dark War. Sure, okay. I ain't got a clue about that one. God, they were hard ones today. Anyway, let's jump into the engine. Okay, so remember, can we do the tutorial for this thing? So the idea is we've got 3 roles to tell for the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a tutorial section for each role, so you can learn how to play the game. So let's focus on the crew phase. So let's go to maps here. Tutorial. I started doing some tutorial stuff here, but I'm going to delete these because I don't know what the hell I did. So I've flirted with this idea in the past, but I don't know what the hell I did. So let's just destroy that and start again. There's not much to really teach the player. Like, it's relatively simple. It's just more about teaching them, like, what do things look like. Add level tutorial crew. Okay. Yeah, when you delete stuff, it has to check all the references, make sure nothing's referencing it. So if you've got quite a big project, it does take a little bit longer. Actually, don't need any lights. I'm going to change to unlit. And I just want to block out the environment and just play some of the core concept things. I'm not going to worry about the art style just yet. So let's just block out the environment here. So let's start at 0, 0. Oop. Turn my snaps on. There we go. So, nope, turn them on would help. There you go. So the first thing I want to teach the player when they're crew is the idea of security passes. So to get a security pass to upgrade their security clearance. So let's say the first thing they're going to do is come across a doorway. So let's make them go down a corridor, learn how to walk. Go to a doorway. Maybe the doorway is locked, and they learn maybe they can learn about the vents first, and navigate an event. So let's do that, I think. To teach them there's like alternate ways around the map. You don't have to go through doors. So keep an eye out for events. I'm just going to put this over here as well. Like that. Okay, so the players can go through this vent, go around here, because there's going to be a locked door here. So let's put a door in. That we can easily do, because we've already got the doors already in the game. So, go to blueprints, common, no not common, Icarus. And door. Yeah. Okay. I think this bit's a bit too thick. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to teach them to go through the doors. Oh, forgot to change this one down as well. Like that. Blueprinting and yeah, level design. Yeah, level design can take, it's a bit tricky to get around. I would say check out some of the videos we've done, live streams we've done about level design. There's a few tips in there that help you get started. That's for certain. So the first thing this is going to do is going to teach them like, hey, look around for alternate paths. Boom, go through here, cool, alternate path. Right, now we're going to keep on going. And we want the player not to feel like just going in a straight line, so let's add some curvature to this thing. There we are. And let's actually turn this into a room, I think. A room might be a good point to showcase a few more things in it. And the point of this room is I want the player to find a security pass to upgrade their security clearance to be able to get through the next door. So there's the next door. And I'm going to put that over there. There we are. Okay. And we're going to have a security console in here, so let's drag one of those bad boys out. There we go, security console. Because we're going to teach the player about upgrading their security. So we'll do that. We'll put that over there. And they learn, like, okay, get security, upgrade, promote your security clearance. Cool. And off they go through the next bit. So what else is left to teach the player? So the next bit we're going to teach the player is the objectives. So in the game you've got complete objectives to work together and complete objectives to get out of the map. So let's teach them an objective to complete. Okay, and that may be just simply picking up something and then putting it in something else. Okay, or throwing a switch or pulling a lever in some kind of way. So let's do that. So I'm going to put this into we'll do another bend here, like that. Itchy your nose, sorry. Oh, and we'll make this go out onto an elevated room because that'd be fun to see something different, wouldn't it? So go in here, and there'll be an elevated room, meaning this will like be a balcony type thing. And we'll put a little bridge in, going across the room. And we'll say the player has to pick up something over here and then return it to a thing over here, which will then power on something back in this room, and they can then go back through the door. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to teach them is about the Android. Oh my god, itchy nose hairs and all that sticking up my nose, really itchy. So now let's flesh out this room a bit, because as I said, I want it to be elevated. So let's do that. If you have any questions, by the way, about anything that you see here or related to what I'm doing, feel free to ask away. It's totally cool by me. So at the moment, we're not worried about anything like being super accurate just yet. We just want to get a rough idea of what we actually want to do with the space. Oh, hello. And see how it feels to navigate. So yeah, to go along here, we could say like to plug in the thing, we have to get a battery. Go get the battery, bonk, and then bring it back, bonk, and then back through the door, back through here. And doing that battery's like activated something in here maybe, and that activation we want to now teach the player the last bit, which will be about the Android and how to hide from the Android. And so we're going to do things like it's not going to be like the exact Android as it is in the game, where it's more AI generated and given. We're going to be more level sequenced, so we're going to do a sequenced version of it. So you see the Android, you take it to hide, and then start another trigger so the player to do something else. Okay, so let's flesh out these spaces a bit more with some walls. I personally love doing blockouts. I don't know, I find something about it very relaxing. Maybe I'm weird like that. Nope. Why drawing on paper when you can do it in the editor? It's just necessary work. When you draw on paper, you're not thinking about your limitations in terms of like moving stuff around and lining things up. Paper, you're a lot more freer. It's a lot easier to be collaborative with it as well. Things like that. One thing I might want to do with this scene is make this a little bit unique. I think I'll make this room. Yeah, let's do a little bit of uniqueness to this room here. I'll bring this bit over here. Bring that like that. And we get in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we'll put this like over here somewhere. Change it by 50. Oh. Have you ever used a cube grid mesh? Yeah, I have. Yeah, not for things like this though. Like this, it just works a little bit quicker. Yeah, so I want to do like a ramp type thing now. I'm just gonna go, boom. Almost like the almost like pilot-y bit where the cockpit can be, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. We can do like quarter circles. I don't know if we have quarter circle assets, but something like that. Okay, let's see how this plays in this scene. Oh, let's do the event. And see if our pacing and size is okay. If we need to make anything smaller, bigger, all that good stuff. Okay. And our vent, if I remember rightly, is 1.5 meters high. So if I do this and change that to 50, go up like that. That is closer to the actual. Oh, I should really do this. 0.5 as well. There you go. So obviously with no lights or anything in here, we're just going to see how this looks and plays. I'm actually going to put in another door there. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let's put a player starting. Push play. And it should spawn in like this, and then I should have like my flashlight on. Yeah, there you go. But obviously we'll light this properly when we get to it. But we'll go, oh, we can't get through this door. And we have to like teach the player like, oh, you want to go through the vents. You go through the vent. Go into the cockpit area. We've got security console. We want to interact with it, but we don't have the security cards. So we have to encourage the player to go find security cards, which they'll find like down here or something like that. Or actually, I might put it on the floor next to it, like over here. They use security cards. Then they'll let them go through this next door. And then they can go through into our empty room. They get a battery or something from over there, put it in here. That'll power up something completely objective. We go back through. Go back through here. And maybe, like, I don't know. We go down here, we have to hit a button, maybe. That's the next thing we've got to do. Hit a button on objective. Hit the button. And then we go around here and we see the android walking past up here. We'll stop the player in their tracks. See the android walk past. And go through the doorway. You're like, oh, crap. Okay. We'll go back through. And then we can make them grab you. And that will cut to black and then tutorial over. Something like that. Is there anything I've learned from other devs to better your process for this game? Nothing comes to mind immediately. I'm sure there are, but I can't think of to my head if there's anything specific right now. But there no doubt is somewhere. Something someone has said to me. I've taken it as a note. Okay. And so, yeah, we'll make the player get stopped on their tracks here. Watch the android go from one room to the next. But what's the end goal? What do we actually want the player to actually do? Well, let's say the final part of the objective is we want the player to enter, I don't know, get a report from a computer or something. So do I want to do that in the same room or give them a different room to go explore? Obviously, if I do more rooms, that means more art, which means more time. And we've got to do 3 of these. We've got to do 1 for the crew, 1 for the mimic, and 1 for the agent. So I'm thinking of keeping it as simple as possible. So let's say we go back up here. We see the android go back this way. And I have to go and go back for this room for some reason and hit another button, or I don't know. Or maybe there's a door here we have to go through. And then the android's on the other side of the door and he grabs us and cut to black. We'll do something like that, I think. So we'll do this bridge across there. And we'll do another thing on the other side here. Something like that. And then yeah, we'll put a door somewhere like there. I think that'll do. For the crew one anyway. In terms of level design. Next is to do the actual logic for it, and then we'll worry about the art. Art we'll do last. If it would catch up and not crash, that'd be great. Can you do immersive fog that passes as the player goes through it? As it moves, so you're looking at fluid sim for that, like fluid simulation stuff, and I'm not too sure how you could do that, but yeah, fluid sim is what you're looking for. How do you keep from getting burnt out? Who says I don't get burnt out? I do get burnt out. I do get burnt out. But doing events like I did yesterday at GDLX is one way not to feel burnt out, because it invigorates you to see people enjoy what you're doing, impressed by what you're doing, and want to see the end result. It kind of spurs you on. So I recommend showing off your game to people. It'll make it feel like it's actually going to go somewhere and you want to get back to it. That helps. Generally speaking. Yeah. Okay. Let's add some. I'm gonna add some basic lighting to this thing so we can actually see what hell we're doing. So I'm just gonna go in here and add a directional light in. But obviously, directional light by default is way too bright. So what I'm gonna do is change the intensity down to like 1, like that, and we'll do it. Drop down, like straight down like that, and we'll do. Skylight won't really work too well because there's no sky, but that'll do basics. Okay. So I'm also going to do with this is make it not car shadows. Okay. Let's do it that way around. Doesn't really matter because we're replacing it later with actual lights, but it just makes it easier for us to see what we're doing. Okay, so first things first, we want to lock this door. So we can't just walk through it, we have to go through the vent. So, but we'll do it in a second. Then that door will be open, we have to go through here. Then this door will be security pass 2. And then we have to go back and get a key card, which we'll put on the floor, I think, next to the console, and then use it on the console. Okay. So let's lock these doors. So this door here, I'm going to go to security level here. I'm going to change this from 1 to 3. That one will be security level 1. This one will be security level 2. And this one will be security level 2. This one over here, we don't want to open until the end. So let's say we get this after security level 3, I guess. Okay. Cool. Maybe the thing we unlock gives us another security card, which you're going to use to get out. Something like that. Okay. So that's the door situation. Key card situation. I'm going to go into my blueprint folder, common, and we've got the security card somewhere, or did I put it in the other folder? Icarus? Yep, there it is. Okay, and there's my security card. Okie dokie. So that's that bit done. Next is the interactive part. We want to pick up one thing, put it over here, hit a switch or something, I don't know. Whatever else we want to do. We also need to trigger some notifications to the player to teach them how to play. So when I made this game, I actually made some interesting things where I made some common UI things that I can just bring up whenever I want. And in here you can see I've made like Windows 2 options, Windows 3 options, window error, and window notice. And so with all of these, I can open these up and add them to the screen quite easily from anywhere. When it opens, and I can use exactly the same tool to help me make the game. And I strongly recommend trying to do something like this, where you're trying to make a actual window that is going to be used over and over again, and think of ways how you can make it flexible in code. So you don't have to make like a bajillion different windows. You can just make one and make it like dynamic. Strongly recommend doing something like that. Yeah, so looks like this with just basic text in it. Okay. Yeah. But I do want this to have like an image in it, because I want to put an image to help show people what to look out for. So I think I need to make an alternative one, because I don't think I've got one with images in it. Window error. I think window error is the closest one to it. So I'm going to duplicate that and do window tutorial. My PC is okay. Yeah, big project streaming. Well, I assume it's okay. Okay, so the image here is going to be variable. So let's just change the name of that one to image. Tutorial image. There we go. This is not going to say error. This will be something else. Window title, we'll keep it like that. We'll do title. And rather than saying close, we'll make it say something like... I guess we can leave it as close. It'd be fine, I guess. But yeah, display text empty. We can just say OK. Something like that. Okay, so let's make a function that opens this up and makes all this editable. But first of all, let's make this text editable. So I've got its variable there. But on here, I want to do an image. Oh, that's terrible. And I've got a new keyboard. So my hand, the macros are on the other side of the keyboard, so my little finger keeps hitting them by accident. It's really annoying. Until I get used to it. Texture 2D, and we'll make that editable there. That's really editable. So what I need to do is on the pre-construct is set the image to that image there. So set texture. And set it to our image there. And what I'm also going to do is wrap this with a scale box. Because if I put another image in, an image in it that's different size, I don't want it to be all stretched and weird and squashed and things like that. So a scale box will help with that. But okay, we've got this. So I'm going to make a generic thing that's going to open this up, right? So I'm going to go to my function library that I've got. Here. Now you see a load of functions in here that I've got for the game. I've got ones that display error, get all this stuff, whatever I want, I can get over here. But over here I'm going to do get, show tutorial message, whatever it may be. And this point one is to do, oh, we have to tell, sorry, yeah. You can't just do create widgets. Oh no, oh we can. We can't just promote them to variable, that's what we can't do. So yeah, in here we can create a widget and create the tutorial message. Tutorial, so many widgets. Tutorial. Window tutorial, there you go. Okay. Did I not expose that on spawn? I guess I didn't. Tutorial. Image. Yeah, expose on spawn. There we go. And these will plug into our message over here. We go add to viewport. And we'll return the function. Done. File save. Close that. So if I want to actually show the message to the player, I'll do like a trigger volume here, and this is where you use something like the level blueprint to handle stuff like this. So trigger volume, drag that out, just put that across the gap there. And I'm going to go and let's just rename this thing. Oh, I have to do it over here probably. TV vents. And we go to level blueprint with that selected and go add event for trigger volume on collision begin overlap. I'm going to check if the other actor is equal to the player character. And bring that into there. Okay. And if that's the case, I want to do now show tutorial. And this one will be sometimes doors and paths. Now doors will be locked or paths will be blocked. Look out for open vents to crawl inside and find a way around. Okay, and there'll be an image of the vent. There you go. That's what I was thinking of. Words. Okay, so as we go through. With a screen space widget, no. We're also going to make this widget activate the mouse and stuff. So let's do that. So I'm going to go to UI, Common, Tutorial Widget. And in here, we go to the Construct event. Event construct. We're going to get the player controller, set input mode to game UI, widget to focus will be our button, and then we want to show mouse cursor to true. But then I want to do a destruct event. So when this thing gets destroyed, because we click on the thing, we want to do something similar where we change the input mode back to game and show the mouse cursor as false. Okay. Oh, nose. Okay. That'll do that. So, as I walk through it. Also, we need to force the game to start us as a crew, not mimic. Which we'll do in a second. We go through. Sometimes doors will be locked or paths will be blocked. Look out for open vents to crawl inside and find a way around. So, at the moment, I can still walk around my game with my button. I don't want to do that. I want it to just stop the player and pause them. So when we go into here, we're going to go get player character and do disable input. And then do the opposite, enable input. Okay. Do a thing, test a thing. Do a thing, test a thing. Don't leave it too long in between tests. You want to make sure the thing you're doing is right straight away. Close. And it'll be like, oh, okay, we'll go through here. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's force the character to be crew. Now, at the moment, the way the crew role is chosen is for the game mode. So what the game mode does over here is when a player joins the game, where are we? Set game role. Where's this happening? Find references. Set game role. Assign roles. To that. Ready to start match. There you go. So I'm ready to start match. When it's ready to go because everyone's here, it's now going to assign the roles to it, right? But in this case, I want to override the role the player's given. So before it goes into actually starting the game. So what I want to do in here is add a moment to check to see if we are overriding the role. So I'm going to make a very simple actor for this. I'm going to go and do an actor. I'm going to call it BP role override. And in here, we're going to give it the variable for the role. Role to designate. Give that the E role. So made it enum for the role, so crew, agent, mimic. We'll make that editable. Crew, compile, done. And on the game mode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check to see if I've got any of those actors in the scene, and if they are, what is the role, and then decide what can assign the role as. So we're going to do get actor of class. There should only be one of them. I'm being tricked myself and say there should only be one. So BP role override, and if that is valid, well, if it's not valid, it'll just crack on like normal. If it is valid, then I want to override the assigned role. So over here, we want to get the player character, the controller. There should only be one controller in here. I'm going to do set game role for the controller. So let's do that. Ready to start. And the role we want to assign is the player controller. So I want to get player controller. And the role we're going to override here is going to be from this thing. Role to designate Bush. Okay, and ready as it goes. And that should do it. Yeah. So if I dragged in my BP role override and chose it to be crew, I should hopefully spawn in as crew. Yay! Yeah, make life a little bit easier. So I'm just intercepting then what I want that to be. Cool. Okay. Next up is the rest of the logic that's got to go in here. So we're teaching the player like go through the event. Next up is the where's the trigger volume? It's gone. Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it. What I'm thinking of doing for the trigger volumes and the notification that comes up, it's probably pairing them together into a single actor. Because I'd be doing it over and over and over again. I can make these like a single thing that just pops up. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to create a blueprint class. Tutorial volume. And what we're going to do is just add in here the box volume. Add the event for overlap. Other actor is the player character. And if that's the case, then I want to create the widget. Choose the tutorial. And this content, an image I want to promote to a variable. And in my variable list, I'll make them editable and exposed on spawn. I can do exposed on spawn, that's fine. Okay, and then do add to viewport. And for this, we're going to do a do once as well. Do the do once on the other side. That side, there you go. So we can't trigger it multiple times. Okay. Cool. So, let's try putting that in here then. So I'm going to get rid of this thing. Give us an error, that's fine. I'm just going to go into the blueprint for the level. Delete that. In fact, I'm going to take... actually, take that. Delete this. Then go back to BP tutorial volume, and rather than doing that bit, we do this bit, and that's what I want to do. Let's copy that, and I'm going to put that in here. Oh. Copy, paste. There we go. Okay, so yeah, let's put that volume in. So I made a tool that's just easier for me to use. And that's part of programming a game, is make your life easier. Don't try and make it complex. And the nice thing about this as well, I can make it a lot easier for me to see. So for example, if I go and edit this blueprint, go to the box, I just go to line thickness, 3. Yeah, a lot easier to spot. I can make it different colour and whatever I want. Advanced, green, 5, done. Okay, here's my tutorial volume. And for each one I can go in and customise the image and window content I want this to happen. So that's our first one. The next one is I want it to teach the player that they need a security card. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to make sure they can't get around it. So I'm just going to stretch this across this space here. Okay, and say like to gain access to some doors, you will see that you need a higher security clearance. Find a security pass and use it at the security console to promote your security access. Okay, so we got that, and that'll go encourage them to look for this, and they should, it's right next to it. They're going to pick that up, use it on here, boom, they can now proceed and go out this way. Okay, and it's at that point where I want to show them the objective and so on. But let's just see how that looks and plays. This is in pure blueprints. Currently, this is all in blueprint. I haven't had the need to go into C++ yet. That may change as we get closer and closer to the end, but for the most part, no, don't need to. It runs at 60 FPS, just fine. But we'll see. To gain access to some doors, you will see that you'll need a higher security clearance. Find a security pass and use it at security console to promote your security access. Noted, by the way, as part of level design, I've put the security console and pass directly in front of the player as they come out into the room. So we have to pick that up. Upgrade security. Promote. We're now level 2. We need to go through this door and round. Cool. Okay. Next. I want to give the player an objective to do. Now for this, I think I'm just going to bespokely fake it, because this is the only time we're going to need to do this. So I want it I don't need to make a whole complex thing to make the I don't want to go backwards on the objective system I've made and make that work for itself. So I'm just going to make a fake objective system here. So when we trigger a volume over here, we need to give the player a fake objective. Now the objectives typically in the corner of the screen are displayed, so we need to do the same sort of thing. So if I go to the UI, gameplay, player HUD, and objective tracker is over there. Go edit objective tracker. There's its whole thing. These four are not even used anymore, so not worried about those. But yeah, we've got objective 1, 2, and 3. Let's go edit objectives, and then go to the graph. So this is going to work by sending it the objective data asset. Okay, so this thing needs a data objective asset in order to add to it to the screen here. And so let's do that. And what I'm actually going to do as well is on here is say to it, if it doesn't have an objective, oh, this one, sorry. Construct, we'll do it on that. Update, that's quite useful. But I think on construct, what I'm going to do is on the objective data, if that's not valid, I want to make this thing collapsed. Set visibility to collapsed. That is not valid. Just so you don't get any weird issues of like default text appearing, or I can hide it when I want to. So I want to set the objective data to that objective there. So let's make an objective data asset. So the way I've done objectives in this game is I made a data asset, and in each one of these you describe what the objectives are each stage. So we've got the name of the top level objective and each stage objective. So there's 3 stages, then it's completed. Okay, that's how it works. So we need to make one of these and fake it basically. So let's do that. I'm going to go duplicate this and do Icarus crew tutorial. And we'll do one called escape the ship. Okay, and the first objective for this is going to be find a charged energy cell to power up the reactor, blah, whatever. Then it's going to be restart the AI console in the security room. Okay, and then we'll have one saying head for the exit. Okay, well, obviously head for the exit will never be completed because they'll be killed before then. So I'm going to give the character that objective, and the way the objectives work when you're collecting them, because at the moment what happens is there's an actor called an objective, and that tracks the objective tracker. So if I go in and put that in there, so objective, put that in there, and set it to my crew tutorial, okay, called escape the ship. This should just pick one, and there you go, it's at the top there. Okay, but I don't want to show it just yet. I want it to be kind of hidden until we get to that point. So let's do that. So let's go over. So the reason why I've done objectives like that with the there's an actor, as you saw, it's very easy and quick for me to add objectives to the game. And the idea being is that later on, when we make more maps or keep on adding more content, we can add more objectives to the game relatively quickly and easily. So yeah, super easy to keep track of. Yeah. Okay, so I now need to show that objective and force it to be hidden at start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do objective over here. Is if it's valid and it's true, objective data over here we're going to say is going to be, if that is equal to the crew tutorial. There you go. So it should only do it for the crew tutorial, that's all. We want this to be I'm going to do something cool here. I'm going to make the progress index here -1. So I'm going to set that to -1. It starts at 0 because you make 0 progress. It's on the first objective. But I'm going to make a bit of code here that says if it's set to 0, -1, make it not visible. So we've got a whole system in place here that when it detects that this thing's been progressed, this update is called. And when it's called, we set its visibility, show the objective data correctly, and get the correct progress index, okay? But what I can do is say if progress index here is -1, oh, it's equal to -1, I can actually use this. We can do this as a select. And so if it is equal to -1, make it collapsed. If it's true, self-test only and all children. When you do it self and all children, it means you can click on it, it won't do anything. It's just going to click and be empty. But that's what we want. It'll be visible still. So that'll do there. Meaning, I should be able to, and I believe it is the case, if I can remember rightly, I've been working on this for 2 years now, so I may have forgotten. If I type in objective, I've got get related objective. I can do that. I can choose the crew tutorial, and I can do progress, make progress. There you go. And the player making progress is get player character, get crew member. There you go. Okay, so I could do that with a trigger volume. So when I do that. And the back end of that is going to tell the update to fire and update all the graphics and yeah, all of that good stuff. So I'm going to do a trigger volume in here. Okay. So let's do a trigger volume. Like that. Open level blueprint. Create a overlap event. Ooh. Oh, not end overlap. Add event, collision, begin overlap. Check that it's the player character doing it. If it is, make progress. On the queue tutorial. So I'm hoping it should start off invisible, I think. Actually, no, I don't think it will. I think if I just make it collapse by default, that might be a good way of doing it. Oh, it is collapsed by default. Nice, okay. Right, see? Not on the screen anymore. So, let's go through here. I didn't update the objective. Right, that's what we want to see happen, is objective trigger. Okay, I haven't done it for a while, so let me have a look what this actually does. So make progress. It's controller. Yeah, make progress. Come 0. No, it's just when you add points. I've forgotten when I call this update. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's part of the... Okay, so that's why. Update is a function that's part of the sequencer. It's update objective is what I'm looking for. So where's that happening? Update, bind event objective progress. What I want to do is binding. Why is that happening? Why am I doing this here? Can't remember what past Ryan did. Like this should ideally be here. Let's put that down there. Right, let's do that. And I had a thought about how do I encourage people to interact with the tutorial system. So not only are we going to give it to them on the screen at the start of the game when they load up the menu, but so they actually do it, we're going to give them a third of their XP per each role. So if they do all 3 roles, they would have leveled up once. And leveling up will give, in the end, give you points that you can spend on cosmetics and things like that. So it's a very easy way to get cosmetics. And the way I'm thinking of doing the cosmetics is that every time you level up, you get a token, and you can spend it on whatever cosmetic you want. It's still not showing the bloody update. That's if it's completed. This should happen. Update objective. That should happen over here. Progress index. BP objective. Make progress. Ah, but it's not doing the call. Where's that happening? Call objective progressed. On. Oh, right. I made a rep notify. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so why is that not happening? Let's add a breakpoint for this and see what's happening here. Oh, wait. That's the wrong way round. Progress index, if it's equal to -1, should be false, it'd be not accessible, that'd be hidden. There you go, or collapse rather. There you go. That'd be why. Had it the wrong way round, didn't I? Hi, Luca. Yep. Yeah. Okay, cool. Find the charged energy cell to power up the reactor. Nice. Okay, that works. Okay, next bit is I want the power cell thing to work. So we have the power cell over here somewhere, which I've got. We can go into Icarus. We can do the world power core. I'll just put it over here like that. So to pick that up, take that back over to here and slot it in. So I've got a reactor type thing as well. Let's just do that. Reactor. Can you remember what I call them? I swear. Oh, fuel charger. That's it. Something like that. Okay. You're welcome, New Weapons, yeah. So the idea, the default behavior of this is that it'll work for when we interact with this to progress onto this. So the objective we have for the crew tutorial is find a charged energy cell to power up the reactor. Okay, so we've got to find the charged energy cell. When we pick that up, we need to highlight the reactor. And then when the reactor is finished, oh no, we don't want that, do we? Well, we can't use that. We have to use something else. I'll make another little gadget, but I want to. Let's just do a volume. And if I take that into there, I want to know what the player's holding. If they're holding the right thing, insert it in. Go back through this way. Okay. I'll do that later. Another type of thing later on, I think, for that. What I do want to do is the sequence of the android walking through the door and things like that. So I'm going to put in, which will happen after we've done that part. So the idea is the player will go down here, hit a button, and as they're going back up, they'll see the android leave and go through the door, and you'll get a message saying about the android. So we need to create a level sequence. So I'm going to go to level sequence, maps, tutorial, android shown. Okay, we're going to add to this thing the android. So I'm going to go to blueprints, characters, android. I'll just hit mesh, don't need anything else on him. I do. He's bigger than that though, he's 1.5. 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. I'm going to add him to the sequence. And we'll make him go through here and walk along here to the exit. So let's just add the animation for him walking. Walk forwards. Okay. And I don't want him to use his root motion. I guess I could use root motion, can I? And I'm going to match this bone. Match with this bone in the next clip. I need to do. Pelvis. Okay. So he's going to. So I'm telling it to, in this sequence here, to match the pelvis bone position to how it is here. Okay, and it should hopefully not be too bad. Let's just. Unless, will it let me loop it? Don't think it will, no. Okay. What type of game is it? Check out the trailer. It's a survival horror multiplayer game. Tell this one, right click, match bone pelvis with previous clip. I don't think this is going to work that well. I think it's going to look a bit poo. Yeah. Got a little jitter there, little jitter there, little jitter there, yeah. It's not going to work too well. So what I might do instead is root lock it. If I go to the animation, if I, what's this one? Oh, we just use this one, that'll be fine. Walk angry. Oh no, that is it. Walk angry, walk full. Angry walk forwards, not the one, just the forwards. Let's delete that. There you go, that'll do. Just make him do it on the spot and just loop it. Yeah, so it's just there. Okay. We want the door to open as well. So we're going to have the door open at the start. So I add the door to the sequence. And with the door, we are going to trigger an event. Add a key. Properties. Quick bind, door, open, door. Okay, there it is. So it should open the door. Might only work once it's playing, maybe. Let's have a look. Yeah, it should be fine. I think it's just because we're not in the game. Okay. Oh, cancel. So we do that. Right, let's just animate the guy walking. So you can start transform. Oh, add a key there. And it'll be better to get him towards the end. So if I go for the length I want it to go on to, so let's say about there. something like that. Okay. So all we need to do then is add the keyframes in between. So let me delete that. And so we're going to put him about there. Bring him out here. And I wanted that door to open at that point. Maybe a bit sooner. We'll go there. Add door. Add event track. Trigger. Add key. Properties. Unbound. Quick bind. Door. Open. Why not coming up? Door. Door forward. Open door. How can it? What? Door. Yeah. Oh, it's there. Don't know why I won't open it up before. There we go. Okay. And this sideboard is going to be there the whole time. I want him to spawn in, so I'm going to right click and convert to spawnable. So he'll spawn in at the case of this. Trigger. Do this sort of movement. Go across there. I'm going to rotate him a bit as well. Yeah. Are sequences what can be used during gameplay cutscenes that are rendered in game time? Yes, they are. So you can use them as cutscenes, or you can use them as just sequences that happen during the game, like we're doing here. So in this case, we're not going to cut the game. We're just going to see this happen. And so I'm going to set up a trigger point. Now, let me just save this, close that, and let's add a trigger volume. And put that there. And we're going to go to the level blueprint. Add an event for this. Collision, we can overlap. If we're equal to the player character, do once. And now I'll get a reference to the sequence, which is there. I usually put these things, by the way, by the actual trigger. Make life a little bit easier. There you go. Yeah, select that, then go to your level blueprint. I've moved over here. Create a reference. Take to play. But I also want the player to stop moving in this case as well. So what I'm going to do is take the player character, disable movement, and then I want to make a binding to when the thing's finished. So if I go to sequence player, bind event to on finished. We can drag that out, custom event, resume, and then tell the character movement to start moving again. Set movement mode to walk. Okay. Okay, so let's try this out. Tell you about the fence. Go go into the event. And so let's just go around this way and trigger the event. Hopefully I'll put it in the right place. Not too bad. Let's increase that height of that volume. If I can click on it. Come on. Oh wait, why have I made it so big? Oh, that's not it. What's it? What am I looking for then? These trigger volumes are just absolute pants. You can't see them. That's there. Bloody thing. Shaded volume. There you go. That'd be a bit easier. Yeah, this will be available straight away. We're gonna put this up here. Okay. So that's not too bad. Okay. We're gonna give the player the ability to do that. That'll trigger. They'll see the android walk past, spook them out a bit, and then they'll carry on going. And off they go. And what's really good about the level sequencer, because the android itself is spawnable, if they do chase after the android to go this way, he won't be there. Yeah, he'll disappear by then. So we'll say, and we'll tell a message about the player as well. So before go to level blueprint, before I set the movement mode back to walking on resume, well, as we are doing that, I can just do show tutorial message, and I can say there, androids are dangerous AI that you don't want catching you. If you see one, run and hide. Yeah. Should the camera... Yeah, I could do the camera tracking in Android. Yeah, I could do. And we can do a thing... We also want to teach people about the voting mechanic as well. So... we want to say... you can vote for you can cast a ballot and vote for a specific player to be targeted by the android. You have 3 votes that can be changed at any time via the security console. Okay, done. So yeah, let's see how that plays out. Ah, the thing's still showing. Just realised the objective is still showing. Hang on. Why is that doing that? Then construct is valid, which it is. If it's equal to that, do that. If it's false, we just want to do that. Do progress. The only time it would make it visible is if it goes to here. Let's have a breakpoint. Right, hits it straight away. Progress index is -1. It's 0. How's it 0? Okay. It must be calling this somewhere else then. The problem is I've named it something stupid. Because it's all going to be called. I'm going to rename the word update. So update, I'm going to... 1, 2, 3, done. That'll make it a lot easier for me to find it. Where it's being called. Collapse. Cool. There we go. So it is literally only in here. Getting called the sequencer and in the thing here. And the sequencer is doing that when it ends. Progress up index here, so maybe we're calling this from somewhere. Objective. Maybe objective's getting called straight away. Make update progress. Oh, that's the wrong one. This one. Get objective actor progress. That should be 0. Double check that. There's my objective. Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay. Right, there you go. I want to start that off at -1. So what I'm going to do is make that progress here editable. And we're going to set that... Right, why is that coming up? Progress, editable. Oh, compile. There we go. -1. Right. Oh, is it, It crashed! Ow! You son of a... That's because I renamed update. Oh no. I don't think it's saved. We'll see. I don't think the level's saved. I really hope it did, but I don't think it did. Cross your fingers. If not, we're calling it a night. And I'll have to do that again tomorrow or something. But I think that was generally the gist of it. And I have to do that again for the agent and for the mimic. For the agent, they've got to learn about their secret objectives and how they're meant to play their class. But I'll also teach them other things that are common to all players, like using tab to bring up a map, for example, so you can see where everyone is on the map. So yeah, this is the dev map. Pardon me. What's in here? Okay. Not too bad. I mean, if the level sequence is here, I assume the trigger volume's there too. Yeah, just the hollow didn't, not hollow, the shade volume didn't say. Objective, start at -1. I think we're okay. Let's go to the objective thing. I'm going to put this back as it was, because stupid name anyway, I should know it 1, 2, 3, I should have just this update. Compile. Don't crash. Oh, okay. Save. File. Save all. Play. Hopefully I haven't lost much. Oh, crashed again. What's the crash this time? Failed to find function update one. Now it's looking for update 123. For God's sake. Objective tracker looking for, okay. Yeah, it didn't change the references where it should have done when I changed the name of it. By the way, if you haven't already done so, make sure you sign up to our game jam. It's on all of August. Making a fishing game. And if you want to get started on how to make a fishing game, I've done a live stream last Saturday where you can see me knocking together one in like an hour. Yeah, check it out. And join in. It'd be good fun. It's a good way to test your understanding of stuff. Right, I think if I leave it alone, it'd be alright, because I think the references have fixed itself just through act of sheer God. Double check that. If I go to gameplay, objective tracker, graph, update, see, it's not update 123. Yep, there you go. Weird stuff. Okay, so no objective on the screen, good. That's what we want. Crouch. Let's just update security. Let's trigger that cutscene. Let's go this way. Yeah, here we do. I'll update it properly when I've got actual art in the level. So now the update on the security objective should update. God damn you. Why not updating? Trigger volume 2. Let's show you the box as well. Level blueprint. Did that save? Make progress on crew tutorial. When it makes progress, that'll trigger this. That increases the progress by 1. It should make it 0 now. Ah, but 0. No, that should be fine. 0 should do that just fine. On rep progress gets called. And then we'll do call on objective progress. That then triggers the objective. The fact the flashlight didn't annoy the cyborg doing his tilting. Yeah, we might have to do something about that. So that'll trigger over here. It's been bound. Get related thing -1. That becomes 0. 0. Yep, fine. If it's equal to -1, which is not, it should become non-detectable, so visible. Yes, why is that not happening? Add breakpoint. Yep, that's fine. That's not triggered. Why is that not triggering? Make progress would happen. Yeah, that would work. Set progress. Mm-hmm. I think it might be because it's invisible. If it's hidden, it might not play the animation. So what I want to do is make it so check to see if this is visible. So is visible. True goes there. False. Get down to there. Remove that. That might be it. Yep. Oh, I accidentally triggered the the box. Never mind. Yeah. Still not triggering it. -1 is visible. No. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yep. Yeah, it's not triggering. Maybe player state 0 is getting print string though. Does that mean? Okay, it's the points. It's adding points to it. Right, okay, so this is getting triggered. Let me add a point to that. Yeah. What's not working? Objective. So what's not working is they're meant to be So in the top left there's objective markers, objective tracker. But we only want it to show when we want it to, and which is when we enter that corridor. And I thought I hooked it up to do that, but not working as intended. So I can now go bollocks. We can now go through that door. But that print string was happening. That print string happens to be when it's adding score to someone. See, that happens. So this is -1, add 1, becomes 0, make progress 0. Nothing happens when you do 0. But on that progress gets done, it's 0 now. Call on objective progress. Oh, I think I know. So there's a bit I took out. I think this bit. I actually want to put back in here. I wondered why I had that in there. I think it was because of that. Yeah, let's take a look. We'll be doing another closed beta session soon. For those who are in the closed beta, we'll be organising that at some point, so keep an eye out for posts on Patreon about that. Open beta will be opening hopefully sooner rather than later. So make sure you are signed up to our social media, Discord and everything. Make sure you don't miss out on how to join the semi-open beta that we're going to have. Okay. There we go. That's what's meant to happen. Okay, and then the player would have to pick this up. Oh yeah, I made a thing to make it so you can't pick it up unless you've got the... Yeah, I need to fix that. Pick that up. They'll then take that over to here to a new unique device I have to make. And then they have to go back. Yeah. Oh yeah, we don't want to do that just yet. Restart the AI in the console room. That'll be over here. And down this side here. They hit the button. Bing. Go up this way. See the android. Oh no. Learn about what the android does. Head for the exit. And then we'll make a little thing here. When you go through this door, it'll Android will stand, hit, and do you in, and it'll cut. I think that's what we're going to do. But I think that will have to do for today, as it's getting quite late. So thank you very much for joining me today on making this tutorial. Hopefully next time you see this, it'll be more complete and done with the other two as well. Who knows, might even have the art in there as well, we will see. But yeah, if you want to make sure you are supporting the game, head over to Wishlist it over on Steam or Epic Games or both. That'd be really, really great. Thank you very much. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to support me over on Patreon, you can do on patreon.com/Ryan Laley. We can find all my videos early before anyone else, plus many other benefits coming very, 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 very soon. Yeah, keep an eye on that. But have a good night, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Good night, everyone. Bye.